call them divine appointments?
Divine appointments.
Yes.
Divine appointments.
And I'm glad that I chose to do it because, yeah, Don has told me this so many times that he will meet people, tell them about his program, but then they won't follow through. So I'm very glad, one, that I met Don, that he offered me the opportunity, and two, that I took the opportunity. Because, yeah, I'm just finding out. The other thing, too, is I wanted to become more sure of myself because I just found myself just doubting myself a lot, having to feel the need to go to other people for my answers, other people for advice. And I was like, I don't want to have to do that. I want to just know what I want to do, be able to trust that I'm in general going the right direction, and not have to depend on other people outside of me for advice. And so I've definitely gained that. Like I said, the sex life thing was a huge, huge bonus. Me and my husband still have some things, like I got decisions to make as far as that goes, but like our communication is way better. Our sex life is way better. I've had some conversations with him that I've tried to have so many times, but they come across different when I can calm down first and think about it first versus coming at him annoyed or irritated. My sister has noticed changes. Like she's like, when we go on vacation, you used to be rushing me all the time and you used to stress me out. And now I'm just like, do you not care? Like, are you high? Like, what's going on? I'm just like, look, after going through this program, I just realized, just kind of sometimes you just got to coast through, which I would have never said that. Just coast through because I also always had to have a plan. I always had to know exactly what's coming. And I still got the big stuff. Like if I feel that something isn't right, I'll speak up. Or when it comes to like catching flights or something big like meeting appointments, I'll keep those stringent. But yeah, just every day for the most part, I'm trying to just, hey, everything might not go to plan. And if it doesn't, that's fine. What can we get from this? What can we get to that from that? Because this program just shows you there's always something that you can get from everyone and everything. Like it's always something to be learned, always a lesson to be taught. But you got to be open to catching it. But yeah, like I've continued to meet people and they come up to me in the parking deck sometimes or like in the store and they'll just have like whole conversations with me. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? But it's stuff relevant for a time. And I feel like it's just because I'm more open now. Like I'm not in a rush as much as I used to be. And I know Don had us do this little toxic success thing, and I still scored about the same the beginning and the end. But I told him, my score looks the same because overall it was just that I feel rushed,
right,
or that I don't have enough time in the day. And I told him, my score is the same, which he said it was kind of on the lower end already to begin with. But I said I before they felt insurmountable. Like I felt like there was no way I would ever feel like there was more time today. There's no way I would ever fix how I feel. Like this is just it. I just got to deal with it for the rest of my life. That's how I felt at first. And so I said, now, even though the score looks the same on paper, and Don's like, clearly we still got some work to do. But I'm like, no, Don, but now I feel like with what you've given me, I'm starting to knock these down. Like I find myself more often than not feeling rushed, not looking down and seeing, crap, it's already 11 o'clock and I got to get up at 6 a.m. Like I'm catching myself now earlier in the day. I'm putting more boundaries, tell people not to call me after 9 o'clock so I can be in bed by 10:30. So I'm making a lot of adjustments and changes, but I didn't know how to do that before when done. And now things are just, at the same time, I've given up control, but I feel like I'm in more control now that I've given up control.
Yeah, no, that's true because
Yeah.
And I think what's true is that your consciousness has gone up. You're a lot more aware of what's going on, and you have the tools to deal with problems that you didn't have before.
Yeah, because
So
problems would come up.
yeah, consciousness about what's going on is one thing, and then having the tools to deal with it is another thing. So,
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I would 1,000,000,000,000% recommend this program to anyone. Just be prepared. Yeah, you have to do the work. You have to put the time in, let everybody around you. Well, don't let everybody around you know, because that's what I found out from Don too, was I said, Don, some of the people I told, they got dang bit my head off. I told them I was doing life coaching, which that opened up a whole nother door of maybe you gotta let some people go. And that everyone who is not necessarily toxic doesn't mean they should be taking up time and space in your life just because they're good or okay, because you could be missing out on a more meaningful relationship holding on to those people who are not even that they have to support you necessarily doing the life coaching, but to attack you until you're done for doing it is a whole nother issue. And so there was a few people like that. And now I realized going through the course is like, yeah, I don't really have time for that anymore. Like